Greetings to you too, Crystal Birch. Well, you guys coming on now, I may as well start. Because I'm not fucking with Blog Talk no more. Well, I ain't gonna say no more. Until I get it straight, because I keep getting people telling me they can't hear the callers. This shit don't even allow, well, I haven't figured it out. Maybe it do allow people to call in, and I haven't figured it out. But since I'm going to start using StreamYard exclusively, I'm going to figure all this shit out. Now, what the fuck is fun? What is fun? I mean, you guys understand fun in the way you do. And I understood it the way you do at one time. But I have grown or whatever, lived long enough for fun to have a real definition to me. Fun to me is waking up, thinking of something I want to do. I ain't worried about, the cost. I'm finna do it with me and baby, or me and my daughter, or me and my partner, whatever. I don't know who I'm finna do it with. But if I wake up wanting to do it, and I get to do it, and when I'm doing it, I ain't, penny pinching. I ain't doing shit. I'm just free, being me. Fuck how much it costs. That's fun to me. Because I'm not finna get on no roller coasters. I ain't really finna play no baseball games, run around no bases. So I gotta know what fun is to me. Because what's fun to you don't necessarily translate to fun for me. I got cotton mouth from all the damn fun I had this past week. This past weekend. To you squares who want to judge me for having fun, good for you. Spend your time looking at or critiquing my life. If that's what you want to do, because that's fun. Maybe it's fun for you to critique me. I'm going to spend my time living my life. Because in today's times, we need to give credit where credit is due. Believe me, I get a lot of congratulations. But most of them are just, I ain't trying to belittle anybody, but they just saying, oh, I love what you do, blah, blah, blah. What I'm saying is, some of the motherfucking comments are heartfelt. I feel them. Because what the fuck they saying, showing me they listening to what I'm doing, regardless of how they're interpreting it. It's just they point this out, they point that out, and they say what they think, blah, blah, blah. That shit, I love that shit. It really, it's just bomb to me. Now, as a parent, you never know what lessons you taught your children stuck. Now, part of what happened this weekend, and I'm so happy about it, is to see that the main thing I wanted my daughter to learn, she got it. And it's all on you. Whatever whims, whatever dreams, whatever goals, whatever shit you want, how much weeds you want to buy, you want to go on a vacation, go to Airbnb over here, it's on you. It ain't on me. Because that shit, I don't know, that ain't what I'm trying to do. But if my girl is doing that and she needs some money, I'm going to help her. Because she want to do it. She ain't doing it on me, but if she's short, I got her. Why? Why do you think? because I fucking know. I know she can handle herself if I ain't here. I know that. And it's because of what she got from me. She didn't get none of that street shit because I didn't teach her none of that. She know about that shit because I taught her all about that. But it's all about her and her particular desires. I mean, that's some good shit to me. Life is completely up to how you interpret it. I'm serious. My energy has been getting soaked up wondering about all the wrong shit. So, I had to regroup. I had to tell myself, regroup, bud, and let life live because I was smothering it. I can't control what fate has in store for me. I mistakenly thought I could. But if you think that, and you do everything that you believe to control it, and fate deals you something else, you might go crazy. You might lose it. I can control the path I take in my life. And that's all I can control. I just, if that's the case, I can't accept someone violating my belief in the good in people. I really believe motherfuckers are genuinely good. And I'm sure you and many others know exactly what we learned. You got to give in order to get. You just have to do that. We, you, I, we should know. No one is exempt from what the world has become. So, in that case, you have to always evolve. Right now, you may not know it because it's not actually taking place right now, but they're setting it up. They're setting it up. And we're going back to the times we won't be slaves, but you'll be niggas. I'm talking about to every motherfucking peck of wood. Now that this motherfucking Florida, he's talking about doing all this shit. You can't learn about black history. You can't learn about whatever he's doing. And he's a foreigner. DeSantis ain't no goddamn American last name. So how does he have the right to force motherfuckers to do that? Oh, I know he's the governor. But I'm saying, why people ain't seeing? Man, ain't nobody trying to live like that. I would imagine when you go to the polls, you would see that shit. You would try to defend whatever you believe. What I'm saying is, I know if someone close to me needs me, I gotta see or figure out how to reach him ASAP. I gotta feel worthy of what I think of myself. Yeah, I have a passion to succeed, but I don't have a passion to succeed at all costs. My road to success is determined by how I respond to situations that seem horrible. Until I'm mulled over in my mind, I mean, shit. I don't know what I'm going to do. You can't describe something to me and ask me what I'll do. But in real time, whatever the fuck I'll do in that situation, I'm going to do it. I think of shit, chaotic shit happening. And I think of what I would do as far as what I'm thinking. But I know when this shit really happens, I may not do that. I know that. But I'm going to do something similar. I'm going to do something that's going to, whatever I'm thinking, I'm going to get away or away from it. Unscathed. I'm 70. I ain't got no, wounds or scars or none of that goddamn shit. My road is predetermined. And it's predetermined by the choices I've made in my life to get to where I think I should be. Now, what I'm really saying is I've been able to get proof that my work in progress has the blessings from above. Or I wouldn't be here. I know I better value my time and get on with my goals, but I got a different perspective. I mean, I know how easy it is to lose your life in this world. I know I'm here for a purpose, so if I would have lost mine already. And I've known this for quite some time. And that purpose is to share knowledge with whomever I'm speaking with. I just think I'm one of the luckiest men in the world. I'm not the richest. I ain't the smartest. I ain't the most handsome. I don't have the most women. But if it's about following your path, I'm one of the motherfucking fortunate ones. Maybe if I would have wanted to be an astronaut, I'd have already been in the program that went to Mars or whatever. But I didn't want to be a fucking astronaut. I didn't want to be a motherfucking basketball player. I wanted to be a pimp. Always wanted to be a pimp. When a person is on a path to greatness, does he or she use caution? When the greatness is achieved, do you then become reckless? Caution is required in most aspects of life. But sometimes to achieve greatness, the greatness that you're after, you gotta throw caution to the wind. Fuck it, whatever. And do it. Now the cautious man travels paths that's already been explored. These paths has been tried and tested. The man who uses caution as he travels, even though the two words are the same, but the instances change damn near everything. The man that uses caution will get the results, because the man who uses caution will travel the unknown paths, navigating with the knowledge he has he didn't learn about whatever that topic is. But he's going. The difference: the man who's cautious, he's not going. The man who uses caution is gonna go. You choose which one you want to be. I've said it before and I'll say it again. Questions are the catalyst of thought. When you shut off and don't answer a question, you just denied yourself a chance to think and grow. Can you imagine living without having to think about things or have the answers to shit? You ain't gotta have the answers to shit. See, animals gotta use instinct. which keeps them in a primal survival mode. But that's about it. People are so fake and full of shit. They limit their thoughts to survival. They willingly limit, they choose, they opt to do the things that's simply going to keep them surviving. Because nobody want to be real with themselves. And nobody really want to be with other motherfuckers. Be real with other motherfuckers either. You want to know how I can prove you are full of shit right now? Now, the only way this can work, since you're on the computer, is if you're honest with yourself. You have to be totally honest with yourself. You only have 5 seconds to answer this simple question. Now, if you answer it in 5 seconds, it will show that you are a real person when you know, dealing with people. And most importantly, you're real when you're dealing with yourself. Now, if you don't do it in 5 seconds, then you got work to do with the honesty you supply yourself. Now, the question is, what is the most important aspect of your life's goals? Now the clock is ticking. In 5 seconds up. Now, before you trip, there is no wrong or right answer. Just the mere fact that you wanted to see if you could answer it shows a sharp ass nigga like me whatever I need to know about this person. But now, what could that be? I've been on a hiatus, and now I'm getting ready to get back to business. My school is doing well, and I'm going to do all I can to improve Sidewalk University wherever I can. Oh, mentioning Sidewalk University, you know, the registration and the course combined is only $650. But if one of y'all call in and register while I'm broadcasting, it's only $500. So what I'm saying is my school is doing well, and like I'm saying, I've been selling more MP3s than ever. You do know the MP3s are about conversation and mentality. But I done made 77 new more. I had 66. But I made 77 new ones. You know, they the bread and butter of some of the things that I be talking about and you be liking or responding to. You want to know how to talk to a woman that's in the crosswalk and you in the car at the stoplight? Get my MP3. Man, I'm not telling you something I didn't do. I know I didn't call several. I didn't call several women on the freeway driving whatever the speed limit is, and I see them, and then I pull up to them and get their attention, and then get them to roll the window down. And when they roll the window down, I have whatever to say that's gonna make them pull over. It ain't gonna make them. It don't do it every time. But I didn't call several motherfucking bitches that did pull over. And they wanted to know what the fuck I had to say. Because I was driving my Gatsby, motherfuckers just, I'm sharp as a motherfucking, them bitches wanted to know what's up. But if I didn't investigate when I seen her, if I'd have thought she looked too happy or satisfied, whatever. If I'd have thought that kind of bullshit, I wouldn't have caught that bitch. So what am I saying? What I'm saying is, I'm greedy. And I want as many of you motherfuckers as possible to jump on this motherfucking $650 deal. I mean, I don't know how your finances is. I'll work something out with you if you need payment plans. But what I'm saying is, I ain't interested. I'm interested in getting paid, but I ain't really interested in that right now. I'm interested in recruiting a gang of motherfuckers because I've learned how to deal with a gang of motherfuckers. When I first did it and got damn near 50 motherfuckers, I didn't really know how to do it. But now that I've learned, I want 50 motherfuckers now. And I'm nowhere near that for my April semester. I mean, I got new students, but nowhere near 50. It's an especially good deal when you factor in that I'm going to teach you the course. You're not going to be guessing about shit when it comes to what the course is talking about. The answer to the question is, we both should win. Why can't we both win? I get a couple of dollars and you get sharp. I mean, the rest of you motherfuckers, do yourself a favor and enroll in Sidewalk University for the low cost of $650. I mean, the success I'm experiencing with Sidewalk University, it's improving, but it's waiting on you. I be wondering, what can I do to improve? And then I think, keep doing what you're doing, because everything you're doing is about improvement, even though you don't realize where you need improving. Man, I already got 90% of what I need to improve. I already know I'm 70, and I probably shouldn't ever be petty. But some shit gets me to the point I get vindictive. So I said to someone the other day, people are funny. People are really funny. They treat you one way, especially when you need something that they have, but don't expect to be treated the same way. People, when they need something and you got it, they expect you to give it to them. People use the fact that they have what you want, and they try to manipulate you. And of course, when you check them, they have all kind of reasons they did what they did, but and they both know the only reason was they wanted to be chicken shit. Now, what happens when the shoe is on the other foot? They do exactly what you did. They call you over and over, and now, since you have something they want, when you do talk to them, they're very nice and agreeable. Mind you, they still haven't offered you what you was asking for a few months ago. But they surely want you to hurry in as soon as possible, get what the fuck they're asking for to them. Man, I don't even get mad at that shit no more. I mean, what should I do? Or better yet, what the fuck would you do? A friend of yours has something you need, almost to the point you pleading for it, but that friend has several reasons why you should wait to get, what you want from it. Then you get something your friend wants just as badly, and I'm saying, you know what I did? I put it out that I had it, and they immediately got at me about it. Never one time, not once cared they hadn't given me what I asked for. So, when they asked me for what I had, I agreed. An hour later, they called again, and after that called again. I wanted them to feel what I felt. Wanting something important to me. And instead of you giving it to me, you hold me hostage to my desires. All the way up until I said, fuck that shit. I don't need it no more. I knew I would, get the fucking chance to be as chicken shit as he was to me. I'm too old to think this kind of shit. But I still do. And I must handle it as I see fit, or I ain't gonna be me. I know I'm too old to be petty, because this is some petty shit. I haven't been promoting my MP3s as I once did. But don't sleep on them. They keep you sharp in situations like this. How to be a man. MP3 telling you about this, that, and the other. Get in the situation, you're supposed to turn the other cheek. Unless it makes you feel like a punk. Then you can't do that. But what I'm saying is, these motherfuckers are winning. But that don't mean, it won't win for you. If you don't attend my school. If you attend my school, everything that I do or have is going to work. But if you don't, it don't mean you ain't going to get it. Because the tools are clear. You just won't get 100% of it. As it should be. Now let's face it. If 1% is better than you were, shit's cool. There's no way you won't improve your outlook on yourself and women if you fucking study my course at home alone. You still gonna get more from Sidewalk University in 3 months than you could get in 10 years at some Ivy League fucking institution. I ain't volunteering to babysit and one of you motherfuckers, especially a motherfucker out of the country in Canada or somewhere else. But what I'm saying is, I ain't, trying to hold your hand. Testimonials, in that case, are dope. They dope. And if you want to give one about how my shit has helped you, hit me with your phone number. If you've benefited, from my confidence course or Sidewalk University, let motherfuckers know. Because to me, I should have already closed registration. But it's still open because it's slow as fuck. It's not what I was anticipating. So I'm getting new motherfuckers, but I don't even think I got 20 yet. That's not good. But that only means I don't have no support. I don't know what to say about you motherfuckers. I should have sore fingers because of how much I'll be, typing back to you. But I ain't got sore fingers though. I can only say it's a waste of time to get at women and don't know how to close the deal. So what I'm saying as far as me, if I don't know how to close the deal with you, then ain't that a bitch. But I know that ain't the case. The case is you guys are not willing, or maybe don't have, that money, which is going to slow things down. That pandemic, and all this political bullshit after the pandemic, all that shit is fucking with me. But when it wasn't, I saved some money. And I'm going to keep doing what I'm doing whether I'm making money or not. But I would like to make money. Go to rosebudtheauthor.com, choose a book, just, buy that goddamn book. Support a brother. I hope you ain't against supporting me. I need to be able to stay on this motherfucker as long as I can. See, closing the deal is very important when you know, out on the prowl. You gotta be real with yourself. No faking it. I say shit like this myself, especially after doing something, you know, nice for a woman. I be thinking, I done did whatever nice. And I be saying, yeah, now it's time to strike while that goddamn pussy is dripping. Dripping with a gang of happiness. And appreciation for the magnificent meal I just prepared. I mean, I think that shit. Baby don't think that, but she is responding like she's appreciative. So with me thinking that and her responding in that regard, it's just pumping me up more. All this translates in the bedroom. You just be magnificent with them. It don't have to do anything with what she's actually thinking. But it has everything to do with how you proceed. You want to know why I do what I do? Because I know you got to capitalize on every little thing that goes on in your life. And as I'm leading this little adventure, I'm building little blocks for my confidence to base the foundation on, so that when I get ready to bust that thing out, I'm just pumped up. You build enough of those little blocks and you're on your way to being happy. Because once you build a solid foundation to base your beliefs in, things will change. And just so you know, I never put my true efforts into catching any female unless she said she would never do this. If they, you know, if they if they say they'll never do it, you know, the reason that means something is I know if they say something like that in their past, they have seriously considered it. Now, I don't know why they didn't want to go with it, but by them seriously considering it and me being the special conversationalist I am, I might could change their opinion about it. That's how I think. I already done told baby what time it is. So if she would never do it, she would have got her little ass up and left. But by her staying and continuing to talk to me after I done told her what I wanted to do, and she done said she'll never do it, she let me know she can be caught. And this is how you got to think when you're a master player and you got this abadabba. Take it from me, this shit is true. It never stops, and it doesn't have to stop for you. Motherfuckers learn from what I'm talking about. At Sidewalk University, you're going to learn all about how to read a woman or any individual you're actually conversing with. But, you know, I'm relating everything we do here to the woman. And you're going to be able to use what you see to make conversation to get what you want. You know, I had this young fool call in on my video, and he said, you know, some shit I firmly denied. You know, I honestly thought he was lying. But a couple of callers called in after him and verified there was audio of me dealing with a problem that I had with this young bitch. I had told everybody about this bitch. But the thing is, he was saying I was recorded saying some sucker shit. And I denied it. Nigga, you full of shit. I don't say boo-boo. Now, after he called in, 3 different callers called in and verified there is a video of me talking to this broad. Now, they all said it don't have you doing no sucker shit. And they all said I was telling the bitch where shit stood, and I wanted to hit that pussy for sure. But now, the bitch evidently said something about not having enough, having the money to pay for a babysitter, which is all of $20. And I realized not only was this shit true that this nigga was saying, I knew which bitch he was talking about. But the thing is, this motherfucker was lying, because I stand on what the fuck I say. I was denying him having recorded me begging some bitch for some pussy, which is what he said. Or, as he put it, being a trick. But you see, as I've stated in the past and will continue to believe, if you got a clean jacket, motherfuckers know it and will stand up for your ass. Now, if it wasn't for those brothers, I would have been denying something that really was true, which would make me look fucked up. He said he had me on a recording agreeing to some trick shit, which I denied, because you fools of today better realize if you a man, you gonna look out for any bitch that you fucking. It doesn't mean you being a damn fool for pussy, as these suckers or this sucker was saying. What it means is I'm sharp enough to work sharper, not harder. I don't want to go, do, or be anywhere I don't want to fucking be. If I don't want to go pick some pussy up, do that mean I don't want to fuck this bitch? Man, I'll send a Lyft or Uber to do that shit, which is what I told that bitch. And if the bitch can't come give me the pussy because the babysitter needs to be paid, am I supposed to not want to fuck this bitch? This kind of shit is what makes a bitch come at your beck and call. And I'm saying, sometimes I have to say, good looking out, you motherfuckers. Now on to the next topic. This nigga I turned out started getting money. And he caught this broad who was a thief. And he was creaming on her. So I checked him. And he told me he never had a thief. He hit me again later on another night. And was telling me that, man, he couldn't even talk. He was so excited. I said, man, calm the fuck down. What's wrong with you? And he said, man, this bitch done came in here with more money than I ever seen. And, he saying some shit like that. Oh, shit. Now, his hoe had knocked his trick off. And whatever amount he had, this nigga barely could catch his breath. He didn't know what the hell, what to tell that hoe. Because he had never checked, it was 17,000. He never had checked 17 racks at once. You see, this is the power you get when you fuck with a real OG like me. I've had that and much more paid to me at once. So I told him, man, go to the mirror and let me know when you're standing in front of it. A couple of seconds go by, and he said he was in front of the mirror. I told him, think of what you was doing before she called your ass, and then go turn out the light. The nigga did it, and I asked him, is it dark? And he told me it was. And I told him, turn the light back on. He did what I asked, and then he said, what now? I told him, and this is very important, this game ain't for niggas who be hoping shit. It's for niggas who know shit. You either pimping, and you trust in your pimping, which means the bitch is liable to get anything and bring it all to you. Or you ain't pimping at all. When it was dark, you couldn't see in that mirror. And in this life that we live, Abba Dabba is your mirror. And it shows you who you are. just as quick as that light came on, is how quick your life could change with this motherfucking abadabba. And you're supposed to see yourself in the change and be ready to be down. You should have checked your dough. Stop being scared of this abadabba fool. Now, the only reason I fucks with this nigga is he's serious and honest. Because you know what he said before he hung up? He said, Rosebud, I appreciate you, man. Because I don't know why, but I was scared. But I ain't now. I said, that's because you're a Popeye nigga, and I'm spinach, and you had your dose. Spread this abadabba cute, nigga. Now, the nigga I just told you about checked 17,000 and never checked over 500. He blew the bitch, too. And he contacted me about that. He wanted some coaching. You know, and I've been kicking it with him, you know. I had been only kicking it with him for like 4 or 5 months. You know, but he been calling with this or that problem on the regular. You know, I'm charging him. And I don't care how much he calls. Long as he can, you know, like, show some love, afford the session, you know. So my first question to him when he called about the bitch was, how do you know she's a goddamn thief? There's no thief worth her salt that ain't gonna get more than that little shit you keep talking about. And he said, the nigga I got her from said she was a thief. You know, I've been down with this game a long time. That's why I be charging niggas who want coaching from me. I know all you niggas are making the same mistake he was, and that's not seeing value in this game. I cannot tell you exactly what I told him. After all, he paid for it, but it had to do with investing in this game. You know, when the host sees you're really about this game, all the way down to how you do little things for her, she'll give you her all. This nigga did not do any of the things I asked about with this hoe that was bringing him money. And he was paying for it now. And I told him, nigga, you ran her off with your greedy ass ways. Now, when he came back up with this bitch, which I predicted, he called me and told me he was going to do the shit, the real shit, the way I spoke about it and exactly as I said. Because she confessed that she was getting more than she was paying him. And I'm telling you, I told this nigga when he was talking about she always get 5 or 6, you know, nigga, you mean every night? Yeah, nigga, that bitch, if she a thief, she stashing money on me, man. And the nigga didn't believe it, of course. But he didn't doubt it either. And what I'm saying is, I told that nigga to check her. And if she confessed to it, before she get the last word out of her mouth, slap the dog shit out of her motherfucking ass and threaten to really kick her ass about your paper. I mean, he did this, you know, the first day he got her back. And he had been getting stings on the 2 racks until she called with this 17. Now, all of you motherfuckers who claim this game, I know why she, you know, brought him 17. And I believe it was all she took. Do any of you motherfuckers know why she brought him that sting? I know I ain't gonna really hear nothing, so I may as well keep going. Because I sometimes need to remind myself I'm only human. This morning at the gas station, a woman I met started me to thinking, not about her fine ass, but about how much action I pass up every day. It's always said, or I've always heard, when you grow older, you become much more attractive. And for me, I know that's true. I'm so conceited. I went into the store, you know, after getting some gas, and I was accosted by this woman who she actually had a look at this man. She didn't really accost me. She was just in my way, and I had to excuse myself. But I saw she was pondering something on the rack. I didn't know what exactly it was, but she reached for some popcorn, and she's going for the pop. So I had to say something. You know, as I thought about it, I thought about a lesson that we have at Sidewalk University. It's on what's real and how can she tell. So, since I wanted to say something, I knew I was married. But at times I can't help myself. Because as I thought I'm only human, I stood off behind her and I cleared my throat so she could turn and see me. Then I said, my wife usually gets the cheesy flavored popcorn, but I get the heavily buttered plain kind because I take it home and mix honey roasted nuts and caramel in it. Then I have my own home style Cracker Jacks. She chuckled at that. We spoke a few more moments, and you know me, I was at her very discreetly. She looked at me and said, "My, that popcorn does sound tasty. What other recipes do you have for me to try?" You know, I was getting ready to respond when I noticed her eyes was dead on my package. And I said, "Ma'am, I'm a master chef, and my specialties are of the erotic fare. Dare I say, if I give you one of my recipes, I would have to call 911 for you because it would take your breath away." She smiled and said, "Well, we couldn't have that, could we?" I smiled back at her and said, "No, ma'am, we sure couldn't have that." I could have smashed on her. She was 50ish, shapely, salt and pepper, snow bunny. And she was laying there having a thing. I could tell. She wanted me to tap that ass. For you motherfuckers, TTA is tap that ass. But, excuse me, I knew I was married and I wasn't looking for shit. So, why does shit find me almost every time I go out? Because we learn in Sidewalk University, the catch that will be fruitful is the catch you don't try for. It's because when you're a confident motherfucker and you out and about, you don't worry about looking for any type of action. Because you know women are just watching your every step. Because your aura, along with the way you carry yourself, is so alluring. It's like honey. You know, I know women are bees and will do anything to prove their power to, you know, get some real, live, sweet honey. It's getting to where I can't even go out the house unless I plan on staying in the car. I can't go to the store, the gas station, church, a funeral, a party, a club, the fucking beach, at a stoplight, on the freeway. Shit. I can't go any motherfucking where women do not recognize my confidence. And once they do, they coming at me full force with their sneaky ass. What a fucking life. Just thinking about it. I'm not complaining. When you have something as valuable as confidence, your daily routines become anything but routine. Another time, I was getting groceries, and a lady was at the vegetable bin, and her arm in a sling. When I got outside the store, I saw she was trying to get a bag of potatoes or whatever in her Mercedes, and shit, you know, she was trying to handle that bag and finish her coffee at the same time. So I rushed over and offered my assistant as I, you know, stood putting a couple of bags in her car. She reached me a 10 in her business card. I looked at her suspiciously and took the card out of her hand, but I left a 10 and I told her, "I'm much too expensive to do things for tips, madam." after explaining that she had an operation on her tendon in her wrist. She appreciated I was such a gentleman and offered her help. I hope I didn't insult you. I don't get to see many gentlemen, especially this early in the morning. And like I'm saying, I ain't no nigga that not have nothing to say. I said, that just means you need to get out more often, young lady. I can see you busy. You might want to give yourself a little time out to smell the roses. I said that shit so fast. And as a matter of fact, I know a nice rose garden in Napa you might enjoy. I told her that as I was looking at her business card for the first time. Her card read, Danica the Dancer, parties and special events, and a phone number. I looked at her and she winked, a seductive wink, and thanked me for my goddamn assistance. Moral of the story. When you have a true taste of confidence, you make your action. You make it by being forward. You don't want to be overly forward, just forward enough to intrigue that motherfucking woman, and you'll find she'll invite you in, just as this woman did with me. I declined, though. See, confidence is priceless. I take that back. Confidence isn't priceless. There is a cost. Most times you're going to miss a lot of pussy. And I know you haven't been hearing from me as much lately. And that's going to kind of be the same, but I still read all the posts. And this is something that needs to be addressed. I read where some dude got caught up in some kind of problem involving minors. There's photos, videos, and all kinds of incriminating shit on it. And the motherfucker who made the post was wondering if he should have taken a deal or not. They had offered this dude a deal. In my opinion, this is the kind of concern we don't need. There is no way a genuine participant of this affidavit would give a fuck about what happened to this fool. He and all who are concerned with what happens are what gives this game a black eye. There is a such thing as getting caught in the cross because it was an honest mistake, which he was claiming. But paying a huge price in this game because of it is going to be your charge. Unless, the motherfucker did make a mistake. Well, I'm saying if he didn't, fuck that nigga, and whatever happens with him, he deserve it. Real niggas do not do the shit he's accused of doing. Especially having it documented on videos and pictures. He wanted what he's faced with. I'm just saying, you young motherfuckers, they be tripping. You dudes need to understand, laws didn't start in 2000. You could get life if you was caught in the wrong state with more than one broad in your car. Especially if there's white bitches. Crossing the state lines in any case with holes in your car is going to get you damn near life. More than one hoe testifying on your ass would get you 30 plus years. Man, we all been past that shit. This is exactly what I'm talking about when I say you think scary. Stop thinking scary. Start realizing that you have the power. Now I see all these questions y'all asking, and since I'm doing it on here, I'm gonna answer them. Greetings, rest in peace, P.I. Ray. Yeah, I'm with that, Jack Tripper. Real King salute, Crystal Birch. Amen. Since I can't call in, let me ask here, how much affection was involved when you had those? Man, you guys are really crazy to me. But first of all, the way you think of hoes is not the way pimps think of hoes. Pimps think of hoes as they woman, girlfriend, although they do what they do. So the affection, kissing, making love, all that goddamn shit as far as kissing them titties and all over her fucking body and saying whatever romantic shit I could say at the time and just showing this woman an overall very affectionate time is what we mastered in. All pimp niggas, not all pimp niggas, but most pimp niggas, real pimps, are magnificent lovers because they know about women. I hope that answered it. God continue blessing the great. Okay, man, I appreciate you, bro. That was a real king. Donnie Williams, engineer, motherfucker. Okay, whatever. What's up, bud? Honestly. Man, see there, I can't even. This is what I don't like about you motherfuckers. Who in the fuck know what your train of thought is? Honesty. Something need to be said to let me know what you talking about. Doing the shit. What shit? Discipline. About what? Okay, now look like this nigga here doing the shit, putting the motherfucking work in. How come you couldn't say that in one sentence, Sarah Mondo? Anthony Coleman. Bud, the number ain't up to calling. You can't call. Well, maybe you can, and I didn't see. I'll check it out. He's not doing that today, Anthony. But, oh, you right, Sarah Mondo. Thanks. Real King, salute Fudgy. Real King, who the fuck are you to know Fudgy? Why haven't... Is you talking to me? Asking me why I haven't wrote any romance novels? You know that is a pure woman question. I got several novels, and you're right, ain't man one of them about romance. Well, a couple of them got romance in it, but it ain't about romance. You know, it's about the things you go through in life, dealing with whatever the subject the book is about. Eric Figueroa, you so goddamn right about that. These motherfuckers don't know how to talk. They do talking it. They talk in incomplete sentences, and when they write, they don't use any punctuation marks, and that translates when they talk. They don't know that punctuation make the sentence understood clearer. They just know that they're thinking about whatever they're thinking about, and since they thinking about it, they only say, like you said, an incomplete sentence because they think I know what they're thinking about. But they really don't think I know. They don't give a fuck that I don't know. Hey, you guys. Let me tell all you motherfuckers something. Get with me at Sidewalk University. This scary shit y'all doing. I got several dudes that are regular call-ins that I took off this goddamn thing by telling them how punk you motherfuckers are. Because you don't call in. You just want to talk on this computer bullshit. So I can't hear your voice. I can't hear your conviction. I only could read what you have to say. Man, fuck that. You ain't getting me to read no bullshit. Because that's all it is if you can't say it for real. What I write, I can say. Live and in person. With no fucking problems. Alright, you guys. I'm gone.